showtime. Hey everybody, it's the D-Rock100 and welcome back to more of Pokémon Sword. That is wrong. Last time, we finally went to the wild area. We explored a good portion of the amount of what we can explore from right now. And we had an introduction to Dynamax battles and Gigantamaxing with some pretty bad results on the first one. Well, I guess, to be fair, I made a pretty bad choice on my end, but no more! This time, we're gonna take it part in our ceremony before taking part of the gym challenge. But before we do anything else, as promised, I leveled up a little. It may not look like much, but at least it's better than something. So our little buddy here had to learn Bite, which is pretty nice. Rookie D has learned Fury Attack. Our Squab has learned Stuffed Cheeks, which you kind of, excuse me, already saw from before. Wooloo didn't change much. Grubin finally learned Bug Bite. Pretty nice to say the least. Actually, I want to switch things up a little bit. Grubin hasn't had that much a chance of a shine, and I know that it has a pretty bad debut from before, but we'll fix that. Okay. Huh? Oh! Hello? I should never made it into the stadium without you to show me the way, partner. How could you miss it? Even an old, huge old thing like there's a bang in the middle of the city, I still get lost. Oh. You should probably go see a doctor. Derek, alright! One look tells me that you've become a trainer worthy of that endorsement I gave you. And yes, I reckon you might even be ready to use this. Here, try giving this to your partner to hold. An item to be held by a Pokemon. It's a seed imbued with the life force that boosts the power of grass-type moves. You can take that lift up to the city's upper level if you're headed for the stadium next. You know what pisses me off? You know I'm giving this guy an accent? He doesn't have an accent in the anime. Every time you see a guy with a Pokeball in the head with a face, you want to talk to them. They'll give you something pretty special. Except for this case. It's not just an old Pokeball. But then who am I, you ask? Well, the answer is simple. You call me the ball guy. That's what she said. You mind it too! Monotoke Stadium! This is where the opening ceremony will be held! I'm gonna be watching the opening ceremony for the gym challenge! My mom, your mom, the whole world! It's getting me a bit nervous, really. No, this isn't nerves. I'm only trembling because I'm so excited! Come on, Derek. It's time the world learned our names. Well said, hey, you strange, silly man. But then again, I shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but let's do it. Would you take a look at this? The players are partnered with gym challengers. Every one of those sort of folks is another rival. Let's get signed up. Oh yeah, this guy. Seriously, what a pace of walk. If you're to register for the gym challenge, I'll need to see your endorsement, please. Fancy that! This is the first time we've had a challenge endorsed by the champion. Well, now you've had two, because I am as well. What? Two of you at once? I wonder what's come over Leon this year. The two of you must have been something special. I'm Hope. I'm Leon's little brother, in fact, and the next champion. Get me all signed up, would you? Well, yes, I am trying to. If you'll give me a moment. There, you two have been successfully registered as gym challengers. You can now choose your preferred number of your uniform. If you could be so kind. It will be displayed on the back of the uniform you must wear for any official match. So, I thought about this a little bit, but this kind of talks a little bit more about an origin that I have. Well, my username is the DRock900, but the 900 was actually meant to be a different number. In honor of that number, I was originally meant to be the DRock300, referencing the movie Night in 300. And I changed it because I knew I wasn't a badass enough to have that number. And here, please wear this challenge band at all times to identify yourself as a gym challenger. The opening ceremony for the gym challenge will be held here tomorrow. All the trainers that have taken part have been booked a room at the nearby Badoo drop-in. I get it. Boston League chairman for you. Even booked us all hotel rooms. I'm off to check out the fancy digs. Mind if I join you here for some crumpets while we're at it? Wait. So getting a bit gobsmacked by all this. You must be here from some small country town, is that it? I'm quite the same myself. I don't remember her. I have to say, that gal, she's awesome. Trust me, he'll see why soon enough. You must be Challenger Derek. The video drop-in is down the way. It wouldn't be so kind as to you to follow me. You're laughing weird. Challenger Derek, we have arrived at the video drop-in. Try to get some rest and build your strength for what's to come. I think we should do just that. Hiya! Looks like you both have got yourself registered. Oh, hey, Sonia. What are you doing at our hotel? I'm researching the mysterious Pokémon that are said here to be in the slumbering world. I'm working to find who's looking into some of her large legends. I might figure something out. Care to join me? You're here already, anyway. What's this, then? It's a statue of the hero that once saved the Galar region. It could run through the legend right here quick, if you fancy. Give me all the details. Long ago, a great black storm covered the Galar region. People call it the Darkest Day. The land was assaulted by gigantic Pokémon, but they were defeated by a single young hero, bearing a sword and shield. Ah, she said the name of the game! This statue here is meant to depict the young hero of that legend. We still don't understand what kind of sword and shield the hero actually had. And what this black storm is supposed to be is just another mystery. Whatever it was, it bolted out of the sky across Galar. I suppose that tracks in her with it being called the Darkest Day, but still. Huh. I suppose that hero must have been about as strong as Lee then. Looks like you're going to have your hands full of plenty of research though, Sonia. Black storms and swords and shields, all that? Will you be alright, Sonia? Of course I will. I'll muddle through somehow. Don't you, Eddie? You two are staying here at the hotel tonight, though, aren't you? Shouldn't you check in? Probably so. I will look out here for you too, Sonia. If we hear anything about any hero or whatnot, we'll tell you. What's the deal with this Team Yell? I can't check in. We came all the way to this big city so that we could properly cheer on gym challengers. Team Yo's here to help me, after all. You're in for a battle if you want to stop us. Oh, I'm up for that. Look at these guys. Didn't we tell you, mate? You get in our way and you're in for a battle. Team Yo is all about helping. Helping one very special trainer win the gym challenge, that is. We're gonna make sure she gets cheered on nice and proper. And now you're gonna help us and make some noise. Yep. It's our crime organization, Team Yell. Probably one of the most bizarre teams, but, well, you'll see. In fact, they're so bizarre, they're not even getting proper bios. But you know what? We'll still take these guys on, no problem. There's the Gruben! Wukon's at level 15, very good. Went looking for a fight and I lost! So pathetic! Yeah, in front of your squad as well. Oi! Give me a break here! Team Yo! Get revenge for me, would you? Of course I got you covered, mate. What could be better than a battle in a lovely hotel lobby? Everything else? I have to say, lady, you made a terrible mistake. Because that nigga doesn't even know any good dark type special moves yet because it's learned Snarl the next level! You disgust me. I must have got a bit carried away. Being in this swanky hotel and all. Sorry for getting in your way. You okay there, lady? Aw, oh, man. The swanky sophisticated Aaron had me off my game. I couldn't keep my cool. Wasn't expecting a chicken in would be such a big fuss, Static. What's going on? So you getting some Pokemon battles without me? Don't think you can get ahead of it that easily. I need to get some training in, so I'm joining. Here, I'll heal up your Pokemon too. Not really necessary, but thank you. I'm Hop. I'm one of this year's gym challengers, and the one who's gonna be the next champion. Now let's have a nice 2-on-2. I can already hear my victory coming. The only sound you'll make is a whimper of defeat. I love that a guitar yell and just of when this began. And also, this is gonna be a walk in the park. You go for the Zigzagoon and I'll go for the Nickit. Hey! Buddy! None of that. Okay, going for the defense approach. Okay. Don't know why you would do that. Ow. Well, he found a way around it. Wooloo, your trainer is weird. There you go. Gruben and Rookidee are leveled up. My voice is unsure when I'm sad. I want to yell, but I'm unsure. I came here to see the gym challenge opening ceremony, but this is awful. Heck yeah. Guess it was defeat that I heard coming. I think I'm about to cry. What are you lot doing here? Marnie? Nothing. We was just... I know you're all terribly curious about the whole gym challenges, but you gotta show a bit of restraint. Sorry about them. They're just a bunch of my fans. Call themselves Team Yell and follow me around cheering for me. I think they've let it all go to their heads a bit. Come on, you lot! Back home with you now! They're just so caught up with and wanting to support me, and they tend to get a bit shirty here with other gym challengers. Sorry if they caused you any trouble. So you're a gym challenger too? Team Yell, was it? Pretty impressive that you already have a set of fans to call your own. Why are you playing baseball? Morning! So this is it! Now my legend really begins! Didn't you say that like twice already now? Watch out, Derek! I'll beat you to Motorstoke Stadium! Cheater! I had no advantage! So the gym challenge is finally starting. I'd wish you luck, but I'm afraid I'm going here to be the one to win. I love Marnie. She is so awesome. Gym Challenger, the opening ceremony is starting soon. Please allow me to escort you to the gym stadium. Alright, follow close and be careful not to lose sight of me. How can I not? You practically stick out like a sore thumb. And maybe one hand up with a piece of wood stuck inside. Funny. And you, I forgot about you. I was endorsed by the chairman himself. In other words, among only the elite enough to get endorsed. I'm the most elite of all. So why don't you clear off and not try talking to me again, would you? It's positively criminal of you, wasting the time of someone as important as I am. You don't go piss off and eat his marmalade and dunked in shit. I am so sorry. Okay. Wonderful! Looks sharp as a pig, and now 300 there. It really is a number for you. Now we're ready at last for the opening ceremony for this year's gym challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Rose, chairman of the Pokémon League. I know that everyone gathered here and everyone watching from home have all been waiting for this big moment. It is my pleasure to announce that finally, the Galar Region Gym Challenge will now begin. Yes, the Gym Challenge. Participants must defeat the 8 gym leaders and gather the 8 gym badges to prove their skills as a trainer. Only the most worthy will have the honor of challenging the greatest champion in history. Now, I would like to invite the gym leaders to show themselves. The fighting farmer! Here's the grass type expert, Milo! The raging wave is the master of water types, Nessa! The ever-burning man of fire, here comes the fire type veteran, Kaboo! The Galar Karate prodigy, nobody's better than with fighting types than Bia! The master of a fantastic theater, it's the charming fairy type user, Opal! The hard rock crusher, please welcome to the rock type master, Gordy! And last but not least, the tamer of dragons, it's Ryan, the top gym leader! Unfortunately, we're missing one, but those are the gym leaders in the weird Galar region are proud to call our own! Standing there on the pitch, in the stadium, in front of everyone! There's really no words for it, but I can barely contain myself. My heart's racing! You've made it at last, Hope. You too, Derek. So you're the two trainers our champion endorsed himself. Welcome, and it's a delight to meet you. I'm Rose, of course. Oh, and what's this? I see you both already possess Dynamax bands. Oh, wonderful! Seems that you two have been led here by the guiding light of the wishing stars. By the way, it was my wonderful company that invited those Dynamax bands, you know? I dare say this year's gym challenge is looking to be an absolute blast. Very good. Very good indeed. That means the whole Galar region is in for some excitement. The gym challenge is an excellent opportunity to show off your Dynamax Pokémon. Now, I'm terribly sorry, but there is some urgent business I need to attend to, so I must be on my way. The best of luck to both of you. His shoes are weird. The chairman suddenly seems to be in high spirits. Now listen closely, you two. You both only just started on your path as trainers. If you want to win, you need to do more than just train your Pokemon. You need to train yourselves too. Let's do it, Derek! You know the gym challenge has a set order that you gotta visit the gyms in, right? The first is on Turf Field. And to get there, we need to head to Route 3. The gym challenge is an event in which inspiring trainers travel around the Galar region to try to collect gym badges from 8 of its gyms. To earn a gym badge, you have to complete that gym mission and also to be its gym leader. So it's off to Route 3! Challenger Derek, the chairman asked me to deliver this gift to you. A gift? Such a wonderful thing. From the chairman. From such a wonderful man. Excuse me. The gift is access to the flying taxis. They allow you to, in a word, fly. Calling a flying taxi will allow you to travel quickly and back to areas you've already visited. If it's alright with you, I'll read a segment from the flying taxi user's manual. Press the X button and select the town map. Option to choose the place you'd like to go to. Anyway, your next goal should be Turf Field. Isn't that right, Derek? When traveling to a new place, it's best to get there on your own 2 legs, don't you think? Indeed. And look at that! Everyone's cheering us on so we can carry on our way! I love these guys already. Can we do anything over here? Because I believe there should be something of interest somewhere around. Aha! take it back. I take it back. I hate these battle items. They are a waste of time. But I believe there should be something of interest for us down here. Yay! What do you say? Since great potential as a trainer in you, but it's still a bit early. Please come back when you've beaten it. Oh, fine. Might as well. Can never tell what could be found down here. Anyway, nothing important. Okay. Nothing of interest. Alright. So now that we've finally gotten that part out of the way, I have to say, this place is beautiful. Just yeesh. And I believe, yes, there is another Pokemon Center right over here if we ever need to use it for whatever gosh dang reason. See if these guys say something important. Hello? No. What about you? Oh, these are TMs! Sweet! There's False Swipe. Nice and all. You don't have to buy all of these right out of the bat. Or, I guess, out of the slots, I guess. But you definitely want to at least remember for where they are. Just gotta buy me a couple more balls, because why not? Actually, how's my team? I know they technically... Are you fully healed? Okay, yeah, you're fully healed. Because Gruben I've only ever really used in that battle with Team Yell. And, man, these guys are loud. Okay. Oh, hi. There you are, I've been waiting. Let's have a battle. You mean... Oh, come on! You mean to tell me... Yeah, whatever. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I was right. I do have it. Alright, so... Trainer Hop! We're already up to our third battle with him! His first Pokemon! Wooloo! Level 11, normal type, run away for the ability with Tackle and Growl, and that's it! Okay. Yeah, seriously, when I talked about Wooloo from before, you see it rolling right there! How is it not being able to learn Rollout? It would have been so good! Ugh. Maybe I'm thinking about it a little too much, but I think whenever I ever not thought about it too much. Whatever. Not important. Next up is Rookidee, level 12, pure flying titan, a nerve of the ability with Pick and Lair. Peck and Lair. I think you mean Peck and Leer. Yeesh. 2 nervous to eat berries. I don't need it. Ow! Boom! Alright. That potion may have helped you this turn. But it's not gonna save you this time. Bye. Yeah! And to kind of save my breath, I'll just talk about that one Pokemon that he has for a starter. Because, to be honest, I lose my breath pretty quickly at this point, but I've done it in the past, but I'm going to give myself a bit of a break on this one because it's literally the same Pokemon. Nothing's changed. Let's just get to it. Sobble, level 14, pure water type. Torrent for the ability with Pound, Growl, Water Gun, and Bind. That is it. Okay, fine. If you had Score Bunny, it would be a Grookey, level 14, pure grass type, Overgrowth for the ability with Scratch, Ground, Branch, Poke, and Taunt. And if you had a Sobble, it would have been a Score Bunny, level 14, pure fire type, Blaze for the ability, Tackle, Growl, Ember, and Quick Attack. There, are you happy now? I think that's pretty much the game's way of punishing me on that one. But fine. You all make mistakes, me included. Was that really good timing and training? Looks like I better keep up my guard up. And don't beat yourself up. Just what I expect from my rival. You know what? I'll even give you one of my league cards. That's how good I think you did in that battle. Our gym challenge starts right now, from here in Motorstoke. Although the first gym leader will have to challenge it, and it's a town way far off from here. Still, you better believe I'm going to keep on winning my way into that championship match. Hello, Galar, me a new champion from the sleepy town of Pontswick. It's me, Hope. Something tells me that he's getting hopping mad. I'm so sorry. So, now we can take a look at some league cards that we've got from 4. So, here's Hop right here. Flip it. I don't want to read all that. We got Leon right here. What are you? Leon's known far and wide for taking part of the gym challenge. Let's see here. He has but one weakness: dismal sense of direction. That is actually kind of sad. Okay. Just want to show that off real quick. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go heal. Okay, I'm back. So, time to finally head off for Route 3, and hopefully nothing's gonna stop in our way for now. Good. Good. So, Route 3. Oh, just barely got it. We have some new Pokemon to talk about. 13 to be more precise. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to this. Well, okay, not entirely true. I think we could take a little bit of some time to do a little bit of some training out here and maybe find something along the way that could pique our interest. So, let's get to it. First up, only found in Sword, Vulpix. Time was not kind to this Pokemon because it used to be so good in the past, but unfortunately when the special split happened in Gen 2, it had some pretty good special offensive stats, very little to work with. It did get better over the course of the generations, and both of its abilities are no slouch. It gives it a fire immunity, and heck, with Drought, Summon of Sunshine right from the get-go? Why not? Just, the problem that I really have with it is that its movesets are a little bit on the, I guess, charcoal side, I guess? However you want to put it. But, again, it's more of a special wall than being a special offensive Pokemon, which is kind of sad, really. I did not want to give Vulpix a bad review. I want it to be good, but maybe another time. Nope, fix things up. In Shield, Growlithe. Another classic, but this one, unlike Vulpix, has aged well. I personally would say that Flash Fire that it has is great for double battles. Especially since that if you're going up against any Pokemon that has a good advantage over you, and just hit it with a Fire type move, and then it'll boost that Fire type move in the process. Intimidate or Justified are some of the best abilities out there, but you're probably going to stick in a ball with Intimidate from right there and then, and which, why wouldn't you? It's great. I was saving it until now, but Vulpix and Growlithe require a Firestone for it to fully evolve. But just be mindful that some of the moves could potentially change. Now to the fact that some Pokemon either no longer learn any moves through leveling up, or their movesets just drastically change when using a Stone Evolution. All in all, not bad, but it's definitely a way for reaching its full potential. Next up is Tyrogue. So this one is weird. Base 35 across the board on its own. It's a trainee. But that doesn't mean that it's useless. It'll evolve at level 20, and it'll evolve into one of 3 Pokemon depending on how the stats are balanced. Or, I guess, unbalanced? I don't know. If its attack stat is higher than its defense stat, it'll evolve into Hitmonlee, the more physically offensive Pokemon with some really nice kicking moves and a Slimber for the ability. If its defense stat is higher than its attack stat, it will it'll evolve into Hitmonchan. That one has some of the best punching moves in the game, and it also comes with Iron Fist, so you'll probably want that personally. But I'm seriously thinking that it gotten better ever since the physical special split happened. On the other hand, if its attack and defense stats are balanced, it will turn into the rare Hitmontop. This one is really interesting. The reason why I say it's interesting is because that it knows a signature move known as Triple Kick. It goes up to 60 base damage with up to 3 hits that it uses, or something like that. And they're no slouch. I actually would consider using this if you plan on using a pretty interesting Pokemon that knows how to get the job done, but in some strange ways. So, whatever. Now on to more stinkier patchers. I don't know. Stunky! A poison dark type with only one weakness of ground. Can I just say, yowza, this is a good choice. And that stench ability definitely makes it more worthwhile. Especially since that if you want to have one that's really good in terms of movesets, but even potentially giving it a flinch just from having a stench. And yet, hilariously, in its evolution, it is capable of learning Explosion through leveling up. The only thing that I can think of is the fact that this is a Pokemon that has methane in its body, and it uses it as a failsafe to pretty much bring its opponent down with it. Okay, that's just gross, but either way, all 3 of its abilities are great, and having on that one weakness of ground, it's good. The reason why I'm not going for it this time around is because I used it in so many playthroughs, and I just don't want to give it a break, especially since that we got some good choices to come for later on. Oh, wait, what? Wait, already? Thwacky. You're gonna learn the move Double Hit. You know what? In honoring of a Pokemon that needed this move for a later portion of its life, sure. Okay. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, where was I? Ah yes, on to the next Pokemon, which is garbage. Literally. Trubbish! My thought thoughts for this Pokemon have kind of swayed it a little bit. At first I thought it was just garbage because even though that it's meant to be a pretty decent and physical wall, it only ever knows one physical offensive move to level up, which is Gunk Shot. I'm sorry, but it's kind of unfortunate. However, that does not mean that it's useless. If you really want to have a pretty interesting poison type that knows some odd moves on how it works, Trubbish is definitely a good choice. And my thoughts for it have definitely swayed a little bit because of that. In fact, you can even learn Psychic through TM. And the fact that it also has Stench as well, don't lie. It's weird. Well, anyway, I guess on to interesting more patchers. Trubbish is definitely a good choice for a good poison type, but I actually have a bit of an idea for a different poison type that I'm going to use on my team later on. But Trubbish is no slouch. And yet, it knows Stockpile, and it also knows Spit Up and Swallow, but it also knows Explosion and Recycle. Can we say disposable? Nah. Next up is Gossifleur. When I say that, I feel like this Pokemon should be here from Kalos because it sounds French. Yeah, whatever. A pure grass type Pokemon that is actually not too bad. Why? Well, the fact that it learns so many interesting moves, especially for when it fully evolves later on, it actually has some good choices to go for this weird Pokemon. But there is something about this Pokemon that I need to talk about. It comes in with a really nice signature ability of Cotton Down. When it comes into physical contact by an opponent, it will cause all of the Pokemon to have their speed set lowered by 1 level except itself. In other words, this is a great choice in double battles. Especially since that if you have a Pokemon that is great for being last, and the fact that Trick Room can be a little bit weird on this one. Regenerator and Effect Spore are no slouches either. In fact, I personally would recommend Regenerator and Effect Spore for single player and Cotton Down for double battles. It's not bad, it's just strange. While we're talking about some good Pokemon that takes a while to reach its full potential, especially with Gossifleur, can we just take a second to talk about how freaking awesome Roly-Coly is? Okay, Roly-Coly. Oh boy. And I should probably point this out, this is from the Western Grass, so a little bit further down Route 3. Oh boy. This Pokemon, I think it's underrated. I have a bit of a history with this Pokemon. When I talked to some friends of mine when this Pokemon was introduced on social media and all that, it blew my mind for how much many people hated this Pokemon. And I thought it was a little bit unusual at first, but this Pokemon definitely swayed me. And when I think of this, after constantly using it a few times, the one word that I can think of is Juggernaut. Well, okay, let's go and get the big bad negatives out of the way. It's a generic rock type with pretty decent defensive special defense stats, and it has some pretty low speed, and it mainly knows the normal rock type moves, so that's definitely something to take into consideration. Its Steam Engine signature ability is okay, but I feel like it's a whole lot better in double battles like with Cotton Down with Gossifleur. I'm not the biggest fan of this Pokemon, unfortunately, with that ability. And don't get me wrong, raising your speed stat by 6 levels when it gets hit by a water or a fire type move is great. But it becomes a part fire type upon its evolution. And, well, I think you might be seeing where I'm kind of going with that. But here comes the U-turn. Everything else about this Pokemon is phenomenal. Like, Rock throw, almost right out of the box. Rapid spin. Great turn for getting rid of some hazards on the field, but there's more to it. It can now raise the speed stats for when it's used each time it's successfully used. Similar to the move Flame Charge, which it learns upon its evolution. So you have two logical moves that helps out with that rubbish speed stat. I should probably point out that the heat proof ability that it has will eventually change to Flame Body. You definitely want to use this for single player. And it will eventually know a signature move of Tar Shot, which it learns on its final evolution, which you'll be finding later on, but not here though. This lowers your opponent's speed stat by 1 level, but a trade-off for this. It also would make them more weakened to Fire-type moves. You definitely want to consider that. Like I said, a Juggernaut is great for it to be, but just think of it more like a defensive Juggernaut. It's great. I recommend it more than most. The reason why I'm not going for it this time around is because, like Stunky, I used this Pokemon so many times and I just want to give it a break. Let's move on to random encounters and give myself a bit of a breather. Machop! Another classic. Time was definitely kind with this Pokemon, and unfortunately, you need to have access to multiplayer if you plan on using it on your team so it can fully evolve. The reason why I don't like traded evolutions like this is because unless if you have a way of getting it back on your own, it's going to be gone afterwards if you trade it with someone else. So that's a bit of a problem. But can we say, hey, anything bad about that No Guard ability that it has? Of course not, because No Guard is one of the best abilities that I'll have. In fact, if you don't go for No Guard, Guts is also a great ability to have as well. This makes it so that your attack stat will boost if it's having a status problem. Paralysis is the way to go for this. Or Toxic. Or Poison, excuse me. All around, not bad. But like I said, you'll need to have access to multiplayer to reach its full potential. And it's meant to be a pretty bulky fighting type. Next up is Click. Oof. Okay, there are some Pokemon from Gen 5 and that is meant to look good, but unfortunately, it's not exactly winning any Nobel Prizes. Why? Because plus and minus are going to work in pretty much the exact same way. It is no longer like how it used to be from Generation 3, but let's face it, you're better off with something else anyway. This is technically our very first Steel-type Pokemon that we can obtain, and if you manage to get one with Clear Body, well, definitely better than plus or minus to me, that's for sure. I also want to point out its signature move of Gear Grind. A 50 power, 85 accuracy, physical Steel-type move that hits it twice on your opponent, but not much else than that. Its critical hit ratio for each of the moves are the same, but what is the point if you plan on using that move if it learns at level 32? I think by now you may be seeing where I'm going with this one. There will be better Steel types out there, but I only recommend this if you just don't want to have a temporary Steel type on your team. Next up is Pancham. This is another fighting type Pokemon that I think definitely earns a good attention under the sun. Why? Because unlike Machop, it doesn't require a trade evolution to fully evolve. Thank God. Plus, all three of its abilities are no slouch. Pretty much any one of them I think will work so well with Pancham. Iron Fist, great for punching. Volt Breaker, pretty much negating abilities. And Scrappy, no ghost type moves is gonna be safe from normal and fighting type moves at that point. This is one of those sort of Pokemon whose abilities I can never make up for what I wanted to have. Like with Scrafty. Or I guess, Scraggy as well. All around, the only real negative to really be careful with is that it's a little bit on the slow side. And if you want to use a Pokemon that's pretty balanced out, Pancham is okay. Just remember it's going to take a while to reach its full potential, and it can be a little bit time consuming. Speaking of time consuming, and one that actually has some good usage, Mudbray. Can I just say, yippee-ki-yay, this is a good choice? If you're looking for a good ground type, Mudbray is it. It has a really nice signature ability for what is known as stamina. Every time that it gets hit by an attack, its defense it goes up by 1 stage. And it's stuck with that ability for life. You want to consider that. Plus, Bulldoze leveling up, and heck, it can even learn Earthquake leveling up as well. I can ramble on a little bit more about how good this Pokemon can really be, but the only real negative that I have to say about Mudbray, it's hard to catch. And it knows some pretty good special offensive moves, and you definitely want to take that into consideration, so be mindful of that. Not much really needs to be said about this. Its abilities are no slouch everywhere else, so have fun! Next up, probably the rare one I had to find through rustling grass, Sizzlipede. Can I just say, what the heck is even this thing? If you don't want to go for Roly-Coly, this is a good secondary choice to go for. Well, okay, let's get the big bad negative out of the way. Firebugs is a very weird type combination, and even though that would probably put Volcarona in, to pretty much give it a facepalm to itself, it's actually not bad to say the least. In fact, I see this one as a good sweep mixed attacker that can tank a lot of special hits for beans. What? And here it comes. Its abilities, unfortunately, are kind of bad, except for Flame Body. If you want, we'll go right ahead. They are kind of hard to find out here, but if you manage to find one, have fun! It unfortunately will have a handful of weaknesses to go by, especially with rock types, but who cares? If you want a good choice, this is a great choice to go for if you chose not to go for Roly-Coly, but it is going to be hard to raise her for a little while. I recommend it, just be wary that it's going to be hard to raise at first. And finally, and oh boy, through a berry tree, and that's kind of a new thing, and let's just get right to it. Cherubi. Do you even remember that this Pokemon even exists every now and then? Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Its main concept is to use chlorophyll to become a good sweeper, but garbage everywhere else. Don't get me wrong, Cherubi is pretty good and evolves at level 25 into Cherum, but I really don't want to give Pokemon like these bad reviews, but this one unfortunately kind of falls into that category. I tried using one myself, and it worked a little weird. The problem that I have with it really is the fact that it is unfortunately, well, its abilities are going to kind of give it a major weakness into its own usage. Basically, The chlorophyll doubles his speed in harsh sunlight, but it also boosts the power of fire type moves, and Cherubi is weak to it. So, yeah, I think you might be seeing where I'm going with this. If you really want to use it, good luck. That's all I can really say, is good luck. Oh, come on! Ouch! Come on, Tyrogue. I gave you some compliments from my bios. I think I did. But, I wanted to take on maybe one last Pokemon before we end things off. Well, good afternoon to you too. I actually found out not that long ago that saying good afternoon back in the day was actually kind of an insult. To be fair, there was a show that my parents were watching, and this is something they introduced me to. I don't remember for what it was specifically, but apparently it gotten a couple of nominations. It's weird, it's catchy, and it kind of works. But yeah, I really don't have anything else on that one. Okay, so that was definitely a lot that was happening. So I think it's about time that we go ahead and we end things off right here. There was a lot that happened, and ouch. So this Tyrogue we faced off was kind of glowing. It was generating watts. Catching or defeating one of those will give us some watts. And that's all I can really say about that. So, yeah, I think we're done here. I said we're done here. Thank you. So, we made some pretty good progress, so we took part of the gym challenge ceremony. We defeated Hop. We had our first evolution happen. We made some good progress, and we also made it to Route 3, talked about nearly every single Pokemon that we can track down from there. We're getting things off right here. Next time, we go down Route 3, and maybe we'll see if we can find out more from what we can find out there. It could be something good, or not. But you know what? Who cares? See you guys then!